Welcome back, friends. I'm Corey.
I'm Brooke.
And we're Wandering Weekends. Today we have a great front end facelift for our travel trailer back behind us. And we've got a couple of great products here from Lippert. The one thing we're really excited is this jacket bike rack. We're going to show you how to install that. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's right. So now that Beckett has his training wheels off, we can finally bike at the campground as a family. And he's pretty good at the bike, so we're excited. We'll be putting on the jacket bike rack, so Corey can take his bike, I can take my bike, and we can get out and check out the campground on wheels.
Right. We've never been able to fit our bicycles, the adult bicycles, in the back of the truck because they've got a tonneau cover back there. And it's not fit to put our travel trailer. And most travel trailers, you shouldn't put a bike rack on your back bumper. They're just not built for that. So this is an answer for us. And then also we're going to install, while we have the jack removed, we're also going to install the Power Stance tongue jack. This is a great new jack from Lippert. They've got some great features. The biggest feature is, take this kit here. When my battery right now is not in the rig. I've got it in a battery tender in the garage for the winter time. And so while I just went to pick this up, I had to do the old 3/4 inch socket to raise and lower it. Well, with this Power Stance, you've actually got a kit I can plug up to my truck and work the Power Stance from my truck. It's also got a nice feature where you can hang your chains. You can plug in your 7-pin in the jack as well. We're excited about that. You ready?
That's it. I'm going to get some Mississippi pot roast going, and Corey's getting to work.
Absolutely. Stay tuned.
See you.
All right, guys, we're jumping right in. So the first thing I got to do is remove our old jack. This is a smart jack from Lippert. This came with our rig. Basically all I have to do is remove these 3 bolts, and then you'll notice a power line here. Basically I'm going to follow that underneath. It's a sunny day, it's a little bright out here, and you'll notice it connects right here. So literally all I have to do is take that nut off, remove that, get rid of some zip ties, and it should pop right out. Let's get started. Remember, I've got my battery disconnected. Don't be trying this without your battery disconnect, right? All right, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and replace this for the time being so I don't lose it. Now I just need to get these zip ties cut and our power should be disconnected. All right, guys, one thing I neglected to mention, I've got to remove this foot here. So it's pretty simple. You just pull a cotter pin, remove that pin, and it drops right out. I'm going to reuse this one on the new jack because we've got a snap pad on it. You can find these, I'll link these in the description box below. They're pretty handy. I like that it protects the foot, but yeah, I'm going to reuse our old foot on the new jack. All right, next up, I simply got to undo these 3 bolts. And our jack should slide right out. All right, we should be able to slide it right out. Easy peasy. Nice. These are heavier than you might think. All right, guys, just giving you an idea of what it looks like under the jack, where the jack was. So Lippert reached out and asked us to try some of their new chassis shield. I don't know how well it'll work, but I'm sure it won't hurt. So it's a rust inhibitor. So we're going to try that. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to spray it down with some chassis shield, and then I'm going to put together the jacket bike rack. So just to be clear, this stuff, the chassis shield is not a paint, and it's just a rust inhibitor. It creates a light film on whatever you want to keep from rusting. And I'm just going to do the whole front end with it. Cool. I'm going to let that soak for a little while we put together the bike rack. Okay, friends, let's take a look at the bike rack before it's installed or before it's put together. And yeah, you know, this is the main part here that the jack will go through this base right here, and then you'll have the Y piece up here. It's going to take, you'll see the picture in a minute, but everything's got nice protection on it. Anything that's touching the bikes looks to be protected. Nice thick rubber straps. I've had Thule's and Yakimas. Yeah, I think they're on board with that. I think they're on par with that. I think this is part of the adjustment for to customize the bike rack for your bikes. And then I'm going to guess, I haven't read the instructions yet, but I'm sure we're probably going to end up using the bolts for the bike rack to bolt the jack on versus the ones that come with the jack. Let's get this thing put together. Okay friends, so as I am putting together the bike rack, I quickly realized it's going to be a lot easier for me to go ahead and install the jack. So learn from my mistake. You're going to go ahead and put the base of the bike rack here. I'm going to put the jack on top. Let's get started with that. All right, first thing we'll do is we'll line up the 3 holes right there. And by the way, the chassis shield, I like it. So just a heads up on that. And then we're going to come over here, put our jack in just like so. You're going to line up. There we go. We hit on. All right, a big reason for you guys to watch these videos is to learn from my mistakes, right? So what we're going to do, we're actually going to put this together first, and then we're going to drop it down in, and now we're rocking and rolling. So put these 2 together first, and then drop it down in there. All right, a couple more things to think about. So these started relatively easy. I had to wiggle around the jack a little bit to get them to start, but they started fine. Just one more reason why you don't want to bolt anyone tighten anyone down before you get all 3 of them started. And then one of the concerns folks are going to have, and I realize this, is if they are without power and they didn't buy the little hookup for your truck, is gaining access to the manual lift, and it actually lines up just perfectly. I just checked it. So you'll be able to take, once you'll see it, you'll be able to take this fork off, and then you'll be able to manually lift and retract your jack that way. So good deal. Let me get these tightened down. All right, let's get this in here. Good fit there. Plenty of line. I don't need any more wire. And that goes here. I don't know if it's plugged in yet. All right, let's see. It ain't working. All right, guys, so eventually when you do review videos, sometimes things don't go as planned. And I know a lot of times we've been accused of being a little too positive about these products. Well, here you go. This is our first time we've had something like this happen to us. Probably won't be the last. But one of the big advantages of the power stance is the fact that you can hook this plug here to your 7-pin and not need the battery. Well, somewhere along the line, whether it's this adapter or it's this plug here, something's not working. I've tested my truck plug, it's fine. I've actually hooked the jack to the battery on the rig, it's working great. But for now, this is not working. I've already contacted Lippert, they're gonna make it right. I'm in talks with them right now about figuring out what went wrong. That's part of the program of us being Lippert ambassadors, is to give them feedback. While this is not a good thing, it also will help them correct whatever may be wrong in the future. So let's keep going. Next up, I've already got these bolted down. I've got the wire hooked back to my power source back on the rig. You can see it's working just fine. I've got to put my foot back under here for the jack, and then we're going to finish up on the bike rack. All right, now you can kind of see why I wanted to go ahead and put this mount here and be able to work on this bike stand while it's up here. But I need to insert this first. Put that in there like that. So that's how that's going to stand, and then I'll be able to assemble all of the mounts for our bicycles while it's sitting here instead of trying to do it on the ground. All right guys, let's talk about how to adjust the jacket bike rack. It's going to be different for everybody, so I'm going to spare you all of the little nitpicking adjustments that I did. But you'll see here we have wheel hooks here on the front and the rear, both sides. You'll need to move those up and down based on your bicycle, so that's one adjustment you'll need to make. And then it also has the anti-sway attachments. Those are just straight bars that you're going to hook in. That keeps the bikes from swinging front to back, right? So you got it hooked in here, and then you keep it from swaying with those bars. You'll notice there's one over here we're not using. In our case, we only needed 2. They give you 4. So if you're not happy with these 2, you can add 2 more, all right? I think this worked out great. We've got clearance back here. I'm not worried about it hitting the front cap. And it's very sturdy. You can see the whole thing's moving. What about you, Brooke? I'm not concerned with it.
No, I think it's going to be really secure, and I'm excited.
I think it's good. Now, let's go down. Here's a couple features on this jack I want to show you, and then we'll be all done. All right, although we couldn't get the wiring harness to work right now, Lippert is working on that for us, but I can show you. She's working just fine, all right? Feature I really love about this jack, they make covers that do this, but I don't need to buy one now because I can just hook my chains right here. They got there's some chain storage right here, your tow chain storage. And then they've also got a nice little 7-pin storage right there. So it's a nice and neat looking setup. I'm glad to have that. I've always thought about getting one of those covers that does that, but now I don't have to. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this install. We're really looking forward to using the bikes. What do you think?
I can't wait for all 4 of us to ride together on our next camping trip.
Right, all 4 of us, for sure.
Right.
I'm ready to go eat some Mississippi pot roast. I hope this was useful. If it was, please consider sharing and subscribing. See ya. Okay, friends, that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this install. It's been a cold, raw day today. That's a diesel truck going by, so we're going to try again. Okay, friends, that wraps up this install today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been cold and windy, but we've got it done. Are you excited about riding bikes?
I am so excited about all 4 of us riding together on our next trip.
Right, great way to exercise, bicycles. Very sturdy, definitely suggest the Jacket bike rack. The power stance jack, let's figure out what Lippert's gonna do about those harnesses. And that's still too young. All right, guys, it's been a cold and windy day today. I'm glad you got that Mississippi pot roast. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this install. Really like the bike rack. You excited about riding bikes?
I am so excited for all of us. Now, I'm so tired of saying I'm excited. You're going to do that again, too.
All right, take 26. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, my God. Let's go again, all right? All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this install. It's cold and windy today. I'm ready for some Mississippi pot roast. Mom, are you ready for all 4 of us to ride bikes?
I am. You took my line again.
We don't have lines.
Yes, we do. No, we don't. All 4 of us riding together. Mom, what do you...
All right, guys, this is like the 50th time we've tried this outro. I hope you enjoyed. All right, ready? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. This was... We got the giggles now.
I'm just...
Holy crap. All right, stop. All right, ready?